Alright. So I went to take my car to the doctor. And he's open Monday through Thursdays. But he doesn't keep any more cars in the shop than like 6. This is his stuff. Twin City Auto Service 678-7777. Lucky 7. Anyway, so he put it on the machine and checked it out. And actually what was really strange is my bonnet wouldn't open all of a sudden. I'm like, it never did it anymore before. I'm telling you, it just never did it before. And he was just like, yeah, sure. But no, it didn't. And so we couldn't get the bonnet open. And apparently what had happened, the salt water, you know, from Florida and the beach, the salt water corrodes everything. So it had corroded the bottom latch and stuck. And so these people were speeding through here like gangbusters. So that's why I put it open. But anyway, he put it on the machine and everything, and so he says, and I tipped him, and he's always like, no, I don't want anything. But I always tip him. I always take care of the folks because it's time, and then because we always end up spending talking about cars too after that. And he's working on cars, he doesn't have time really to play with me, but anyway. But he's the greatest guy, and he really knows his stuff. And so he put it on the machine, and he said the alternator is 100%. He said the dash reading 18 all the time. There's something between the alternator and the dashboard that's not connecting right or something. But no worry. You know, the gauge could be bad. It could be the connections. But they said that it's reading proper. And it should be from 12 to 14 all the time, that's what it's reading. It's reading around 14 like it did the other day. And as I told him, I said, look, I'm not doing the alternator on this car. He's not happy. Because I had a Cadillac that you had to do it like this one, and that's redone. And I'm not doing it. It's too much argument. So I will pay somebody to do it. So anyway, you know, I've always had concerns about the battery, because it just looks too small anyway. And he told me, he said, you know, if you run the battery flat, I said, yeah, I said twice now in like 30 days, because I left the lights on. You know, when it rains in the day, you've got to turn your lights on, you know, wipers and stuff. But I forgot to turn them off, because the other part is automatic on my lights, and I physically turn them on, so you have to physically turn them off when you do that in the daytime. And so it runs the power down. I said, I'd run it flat twice now in like 30 days. He said, well, it trashes the battery every time I run it flat. He said, one time's bad enough. He said, you really need to replace it when you do that, because you damage it. But we were looking at the battery, and it can take a much bigger battery than what it's got, you know, which is really neat. So you have an option to run a 24F or 27F. At the 27F, you're talking about 900, 1,000 cold cranking amps, which I love that. I used to put those on my Lincolns because they always have power problems, and you want to put the biggest battery you can get. So I hope you have power to power that bad baby, because it's like powering a motorhome or a house. Everything has to run to start it. So, we agreed on the battery seat. He said, if I were you, I would dump that battery and put another one in. And I said, well, okay. I'm game for that. But yeah, so. And I gotta do my valve cover, guys, because he said it's not a big, hairy deal. You can go a little bit longer like it is. And I said, yeah, the other one started leaking just recently. And he said, well, you still got a little bit more time if you want. But I can do the valve cover gaskets. That's not a big hairy deal. I like the engine on this vehicle. It's very nicely accessible on the top end. I like it a lot. But it's sort of like working on an old Ford Falcon or something, and anyway, you look down and you go, wow, where's the engine? It's set up really super neat, so you have lots of room to get around stuff and get to stuff. And the only thing better would be the inline 6, which is really a sweet deal to work on. But I don't have the inline 6. And I think I better take this street. But yeah, so you take this General Bond right before the airport thing, and it cuts across the other side of town. Over to Mariester. But anyway, so we're good there. It's he says it's fine, but he said I would definitely consider exchanging the battery out because they only go for so many years, and because I'm flattening it out twice in just 30 days time, and it really trashes it up. So that might be the explanation why things aren't acting right sometimes on the car. But I'll be really excited for that because I'm going to change this battery out anyway. I want to put a gold battery in it. I like all my cars with gold batteries on them. They're real good. They last long. They have replacement value on them, and then they're super strong. They're well worth the investment. And I mean, if you don't have a lot of money, you can buy that Walmart recycle battery, which is like $40-50, and it works good too. I used one of those for a year and gave it away to somebody just so I could go buy the gold battery. It's like tires. I'll change all the tires, but giving all the tires away to get the tires I'm going to put on there. Well, I'll take the tires with me. I'm not paying tire fee. Find somebody who needs tires. But I also mark them if it's front, driver's passenger side, rear driver's passenger side, because they will jump tread and they will act really bad if you put them on the wrong wheels on another car. So you want to put them on the same where they came off. So that was really good news. That just saved me a truckload of money in a minute. Because I was really worried I was going to have to do the alternator DC. So this guy's very trustworthy, very honest, and I tip him all the time. So, but we stayed there and talked car for a minute. He's great talking cars with. It's just so much fun to talk to him. And he's really a treasure to go up and say hi to anyway. Seat covers yesterday, and I didn't get time to do it because I had to empty that storage out that was left from the auction stuff. And my storage is so I have time to play. It is so bad cold. My daughter with me was asking me about my daughter, and that's a real fun story. The Green's on 5th. Wonder how long that's been there. I don't even notice that place. Special Olympics of Florida. Now hiring bus drivers. Oak Tech College. So the little red Mustang that's up there that belongs to the guy, the people that he bought it from at a body shop all of a sudden want it back. And all he does is leave it in storage up there at that guy's shop for free. He's never paid him. It's been there for several years. And so I didn't want to go way ahead of the crowd and be like moving, because that's really rude to drive right up about 30 cars and fit yourself in. I'll do it now so I don't make people mad. But and there's people who do that. Somebody be driving by here in a minute and go skip all these cars and try to fit themselves in. But anyway, so that the body shop is offering him just a really low money, and I told the mechanic, I said, look, I said, I'll vlog that car right now, and I've vlogged it before. It's a red Mustang with a white top, old 60s Mustang. And I said, I'll vlog it right now, and I'll tell you what, I'll put anybody want this car. Yep, here comes some cars right now. They want to skip like 40 cars. Idiots. Like no duh. You see the sign from miles back. Always takes an idiot. So here's some more idiots. I would suggest you figure out what you're going to do with that car. Because you're an idiot. But anyway. So, you know what's happening with that body shop. They probably had pictures of it on the wall, and somebody said, boy, I'd sure like to have that car. I'd pay this much for it. And I told the mechanic guy, I said, let me tell you what, I got a friend of mine up in the Carolinas named Rabbit. And he will take that sucker so fast it will scare you. Because he sells them all day long, those little cars like that. And I said, well, tell him I'll vlog it for him and put it on there and see what people offer. Just for help. And he's like, no, I don't want to get in the middle of that bad deal. I said, yeah. Because he bought it from them for about 25, 26K. And they're probably offering him about 16. Because they're going to turn and flip it to somebody else for big money. This guy used to have 2 Corvettes out here for sale. I don't see him out here now. He wanted too much money on that raggedy one. Boy, this guy is creepy, creepy, creepy. And you ought to see the ocean front. Covered in thousands of whitecaps. I mean, it looks like a hurricane. It's not showing a hurricane. At least until last night. I need to look it up again today and see. All these tourists. There's Virginia right there in that white Altima. Oh boy, I have so much to do. I think I'll go right here. I am just freezing, I gotta tell you. 47 degrees. The wind is really wretched in Destin. It's windy here, but probably not as much as Destin, but I was down on the ocean from it. Yeah, he brought his toy car up that he had since 71. He had it since he was a kid. And that thing is so meant to scare you. He said, I brought it up here for the holidays. I told the car, I said, Well, it's nice to see you for the holidays. Know that you're on vacation. He said after the holidays, I'll take you back home. Now, so you could keep that car in his shop if he got rid of that Mustang that's been there for like 4 years. The big guy's head's hanging out there. One thing about a face mask on a girl is makeup is no longer required just for your only for your eyes if you need it, because nobody cares. You gotta wear it all the time, and then in buildings, and then it actually will keep you warm. If it's cold, put that face mask on because it's gonna keep you warm. That's a true story. Oh, I need to plug this bad boy in. Running dock power here. Whoa, there are 4 trooper cars over here. They must be all at Firehouse Subs. They must get the half off over there or something. Just bought that car. Big old Tahoe. Traffic is wretched, isn't it? Ooh-wee. God, it's already late in the day. I can't get a lot done in the storage because it's so cold. Got too cold. I get a cold this week. It just bites. This car got a bunch of numbers on it. I wonder what that is. You think it's around, but there's a lot of junk in there. I don't know how you drive all this stuff in the window. Anyway, hope you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you later.